Alright, I've got some petrified wood. I'm thinking that's what this is. From Isidore, or Izzy. I showed it already on video, the unboxing of that contained these. I think this is all petrified wood here. I'm not sure if this is petrified wood, but I'm going to break into that and see if it's solid. It looks all crackly, so it might not be good for anything. We shall see. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it does not look promising. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do anything with this piece. Yeah, too much of a challenge. I don't mind the challenge, but this is not nappable. Yeah. Okay, that answers that question. How about this? This does not look nappable either, but you never know. I don't know what it is. It does look like petrified wood to me, but I really don't know. Okay? All right. Let's see. This is a 6-ounce bopper. I use this primarily for most of my stuff. Yeah, it's going to have grain to it, so those of you who want to see petrified wood being napped, and you want me to make miracles by napping against the grain, or tell you how to nap it in impossible ways, you're out of luck. Yeah, napping against the grain does not work if the grain is really bad. Okay? And there's no way for me to tell you a way to do it that defies physics, because it's not possible. Because you cannot defy physics. A lot of new guys think that somehow physics can be overcome, and it doesn't matter if it can't be napped. They want to see a way that it can be napped. You know, they want to see how something that cannot be napped is napped. Yeah. Yeah. You can say it, you can say something like, yeah, that stuff that you can't nap, I want to see you nap it. You can say it, but to do it, you can't defy physics. No. I can generate flakes off of this, but as you can see, it's not flaking in a way that is conducive to making projectile points or knives or other stone weapons, other than just a crude weapon like a hand axe. But I'll try to show you the potential. Yeah. If it doesn't crack in half or something, because I have to hit it pretty hard. Now some of you are going to say that you've seen Native American artifacts made out of petrified wood. And that is true. But not all petrified wood is the same. Some looks really nasty but can be napped. Some looks really good but cannot be napped. And there's everything in between. Some also can be napped in one area but not in another area. So sometimes what they did back in the day is that they found out where it can be napped well, and that was the tip of the point. And all that cruddy stuff can be covered by the hafting area. Yeah. Or it can be covered during the hafting part of whatever it's going to be used for. A knife or a projectile point. You can cover a lot of crud with the hafting. Yes, yes, yes. Some of you want to see, how do you knap with the grain? I see grains. I know it can be done because I can say it can be done. And it looks like it naps better than Zoro. Yeah, better than Zoro. That's the internet way of saying it can be done. And you're just using excuses. If it's better than Zoro, that means it can be done. Yeah. Don't give me no excuses. I wish that better than Zoro means it can be done. It's not the way it works in reality. Sometimes it requires an immense amount of luck. And that cannot be predicted. You cannot predict it. And Flintknapping requires risk management and a little bit of prediction. Yeah. You do have to predict at least a little bit. At a minimum. You got to be able to predict a little bit. But if it's not predictable while you're napping it to some degree, it's extremely difficult to do the risk management and know how hard to hit or where to hit or if the hits will even do anything. And I can get used to one thing, but it won't apply to another thing. Yeah, like I can get used to napping this right now, but it won't apply to this other one. I bet you. So I have to relearn how to nap the other one. I'm trying to think here if I can just nap with the grain a little bit to thin it down. Once I thin it down, I can trim around the edges. It's still way too thick. It doesn't want to split. It split before. Okay. Yeah, it's too small as far as the weight goes. The mass is too small right now to get anything. What about abrading it? Yeah, I can try that. I think what it'll do is just cause a bigger smash. Yeah, it's not going to nap. I mean, I could probably bang on it until it becomes extremely tiny. And you can always haft something tiny, no matter how thick it is. Yeah. Once it becomes really small, it can be hafted. Let me try it. I'm going to ruin them. Probably bend my 3/8 inch rod on it, but let's try it. Oh, this is raw, by the way, because it says raw. Not heat treated. Does it benefit from heat treatment? Probably yes. Why did I not heat treat it? Because I don't have my setup yet. I got my setup 95% done. That last 5% is what kills me. Because it means moving it outdoors under a covered area. The only thing stopping me from putting up that covered area is money. I don't want to spend that money yet. I've got to decide if I'm going to spend money on rocks, a lawnmower, or a couple other things for the van, or the covered area that I could put my heat treat stuff in. I got a bunch of choices. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided how to prioritize it yet. I need to get my van up and running. It's not good to leave it sitting non-operational for a long time. And then I need to get a lawnmower because the grass is starting to grow. And my dad had the neighbor cut the lawn every time. So we didn't have a lawnmower. My dad quit mowing lawns. Yeah. He hadn't mowed a lawn in over 30 years. So the neighbors always did it, or he hired somebody. You know, I paid the neighbor to do it. And so I found out he hadn't mowed a lawn in like 30 years or something. I didn't know that. I don't think this will be nappable. I'm still going to try it a little bit. I think I am bending my 3/8 inch rod here. Yeah. But if you're expecting me to show you how to defy physics and nap something that's not nappable, you're out of luck. Yeah. Out of luck on this one. There's no way to nap that easily. Can I nap it difficultly? There's probably not a way to nap it difficultly either. I don't know. If I wait until I have a way to heat treat this, it'll never get done. No. Not in a reasonable amount of time anyway. I think it will benefit from heat treat. Yeah. This napped pretty good right there. What's up? Let's see. I might be able to get something out of that. Let's put that over there. That's interesting. Interesting piece. But everything else, I don't have good angles to remove a good spot. Let's see. Oh, okay. I really flattened that side out, didn't I? Should we use a big old bopper? No, it's too heavy. Let's just upgrade up to the 9 ounce. What is this one? I can't read it. I don't know what this is. It's a one step up from the other one. All right. This is a 6 ounce. I think this is probably a 9 ounce. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look any better though. I can probably get something. I'll nap those over there. But let me just see if I can get something else off of this. It's an unusual sound. Yeah. does the same thing as regular chert, though. It is snapping halfish. Yeah. I mean, the regular chert does that. Mm-hmm. It's got some serious layers in it. This is more nappable than the other piece. Yeah, so normally what I do is I would heat treat some of these flakes. I'm going to try to nap one of these on camera. I don't know about this one. Some of it looks really crackly. This is a sharp edge here, so I mean it can be used as a tool. Look at that. That's sharp enough to use as a knife. But we want to see projectile points, don't we? Mm-hmm. We want to see fancy stuff. We want to see a defiance of physics. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We want to see the impossible. Otherwise, it's not worth watching. No. Napping the impossible. Let's see. Well, this one is a little bit better than Zoro in terms of nappability. Come on, you can come up with a strategy to make it work. That's what we want to see. I want to see you make it work. Yeah, I know that's what you want to see. I'm just going to wing it because I'm not used to it. And I don't know if I can make it work. I guess I could just delete the video if it doesn't work and then pretend that when it does work, that I planned it that way. I knew it was going to work. Yep, I sure did. I didn't delete any videos. Nope. And you'll never know if I'm lying. Yeah, I could do it that way. But I'm not going to. You still don't know if I deleted a video. But believe me, deleting videos irritates me a lot because I just wasted my time. Yeah. I have a hard enough time as it is to get everything done with my ADHD. Because I do have it. I just have learned to overcome most of it. But anyway, with my ADHD, I have a hard enough time doing stuff anyway. I have to trick myself into getting things done. It takes time to trick myself, though. So I don't want to spend time doing videos that I end up deleting. Because then the little voice in my stupid brain says, yeah, last time you tried that, it didn't work. You had to delete it, so why even try? I had to delete the video. Let's do something where you don't have to delete the video. Yeah. And there I go. It makes it more difficult for me to do challenges. So I'm just going to put everything on video. Yep. Now this is almost as bad as the other one, but not quite. But yeah, you see how you get a bunch of step fractures if you go against the grain. If you put the grain at a diagonal, it might work, but I don't know. I mean, I try to get the grain usually aligned with the longitudinal axis of the point, but if it's diagonal to it, it might work better. You know, split the difference. See if that works. See if that's a strategy. But I don't think so. I don't think it's going to work because going against the grain, yeah, that's going to be almost impossible. I mean, these two can go in the heat treatment later. Whenever I get around to doing that, I'll save those. This one I can see if I can get a triangle out of it. Some people might say, you might say, well, you're getting the results that I'm getting. I'm not supposed to be seeing that because I can see that if I do it. Yeah. Some people are shocked when other people get the same result as they're getting because they don't think they're doing it right. Because if it doesn't get napped, they think they're not doing it right. Yeah, the general statement is, if you're not napping it, you're not doing it right. If you're not getting something out of it, you're not doing it right. You fail to recognize that you can be doing everything right and still not be able to nap it. Yeah. It's mainly new guys that don't recognize that. But some of the older, more experienced nappers have the same attitude. And it amazes me. Yeah. They just think they're not doing it right. Yeah, you're doing everything right. It's just you can't defy physics. And some people say, yeah, we know all that. Just do it. Just do it. Just get it done. Yeah, I know. I gotta get angry with the stone. Get it done. Just knock it out. Just gung-ho. Gung-ho it to death. Full speed ahead. Here I come. Yeah. Watch out, because I'm on a mission. Where there's a will, there's a way. Make it happen. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that works. If this is not petrified wood, it sure does look like the other petrified wood stuff I've napped in the past. Yeah, some of the petrified wood that I've napped in the past was like this. Not all of it. It varies. Some of it's actually not bad when you nap it. It can be actually sweet to nap sometimes, depending on how much silica is in it. And the grain, if it's very fine grain, like the fine grain chert, it still will have some layers in it, but I've napped some petrified wood that was actually pretty good. Pretty good for petrified wood. It's, you know, it naps more cruddy than floor tile, but at least it can be napped. This one is napping way more cruddy than floor tile. Floor tile is a lot better than this stuff. Yeah. Floor tile is about the mid-range of nappability. So it's about a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, the floor tile. This nappability right here is about a 2. Or between a 2 and a 3. The other one was like this one was like a 0.5, not even a 1. But if you heat treat it, it may go up to like a 5. It might. It might nap as good as floor tile. Hey. Yeah. At least you can make points out of floor tile. I thought floor tile was like a 1 because I imagine all the artifacts are made of good stuff, or you know, if they napped it, that means it was good. That's what you said, right? Yeah, I do say that sometimes. But yeah, sometimes if you nap enough of this stuff, even the extremely cruddy material can be napped into a reasonable point if you're lucky. Yeah, everyone forgets about the luck part. But yeah, if they napped it back in the past, it's probably better material than you think. But that doesn't mean that just because they napped petrified wood that this is good enough for me to nap. Yeah. I'm not getting lucky with this piece. Because it doesn't have any weak layers in it that just... See, if it had a weak layer anywhere, it would shoop, take off that lump. But it doesn't have the... I'm not lucky enough to get it thinned down because of a weak layer or something in there. Or a lucky hit. Let's see, maybe if I make it more narrow. And no, I'm not able to heat treat this and then come back and say, or refer back to this video in the future and say, okay, remember that I napped it in a raw state? Now, here it is, heat treated 5 days later. I'm not going to be able to do that. No. Why can't I do that way? I got too many other things to do. Yeah. I got too many other things and too many other stacks of things in my shop to worry about putting all this in a stack of before and after heat treating. I'm just going to have to, when I get to heat treating, I'm just going to have to heat treat it at random and then nap it at random, or else it's not going to get done. Yeah. I'm going to have to wing it. Yeah, so there's no way that I am going to be able to easily or reasonably get it done tonight on this piece. So I can put that with the future heat treat stuff that may or may not end up on video later. Yeah, I know that's annoying, but I cannot guarantee. I cannot. I've tried to do it before many times. I've been doing this for many years. I can never get it done. And if I do get it done, it's because I've put everything else off. I'm going to have to say to myself, everything else goes bye-bye. I'm going to focus on before and afters on this. And that's it. And I'll be doing that for a whole week. Yeah. And nothing else will get done. I know I don't like it either. I got some stuff coming also that new rock challenges besides this. I got new ones coming up. And someone's going to send me some other varieties of petrified wood. So I'm just going to nap everything at random. And if I ever get back to this particular batch, that'd be great. I would like to see myself what the before and after is on this stuff. But it has to happen at random. Yeah, or I won't be able to get anything else done. So what I'm doing on this one is I'm just napping around the edges. I might have to leave a lot of that cortex on there. But yeah, start out with a thin piece already. That's probably the only way to nap this effectively and efficiently without spending too much time and effort and ruining your tools, and etc., etc. Back in the day, you don't have a luxury of having an unlimited supply of tools, you know. You break your tools on this stuff, and if you don't have enough antlers in supply or hammer stones that actually work, you're screwed. You gotta choose your battles carefully. The battles against the stone. Yeah. Yeah, even napping around the edges is hard on this stuff. Just take my word for it. Heat treatment would probably make this much easier. Yep. But the heat treatment also has a chance of separating the layers, so it may completely ruin the stone. But if it doesn't ruin the stone, it should be easier with heat treatment. Yeah. I'm going against the layers now. So yeah, it's important. How did I get that piece off? That's just a lucky thing to get a good flake. That is luck. And then you take advantage of that luck and just trim around the edges. I mean, I can get lucky and produce a nice flake on this side too, but so far I have not gotten lucky and done that. Some might say, just do it right, create the correct edge, and then you can get lucky. Just do it right. Yeah. I was thinking about how similar Flintknapping is to sports, right? I consider Flintknapping a sport if you do it for reasons other than artwork. If you do it for artwork or as an art, you can cheat and find other ways to nap that they didn't have available to them back in the day. And you can take a lot more time than seems reasonable, because you actually have to survive with these things back in the day. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Dang it. Let's see. Yeah, I already forgot what I was going to say. Anyways. Oh yeah, it's a sport. So when you're watching a sport and you see, like, let's say in baseball, the pitcher pitches a perfect game. No one gets any hits. He strikes everybody out. The other team doesn't get a single hit. or maybe doesn't even get to second base. Maybe they get to first base, but they don't get to second base at all. And you watch the game and you go, that's so awesome. And then afterwards you get a chance to meet the pitcher and all that, and you say, excellent game. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I'm looking forward to the next perfect game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you do that again. Another perfect game again. I'm looking forward to that one too. See you later. Get it done. Keep it up. It was awesome. You don't say that to somebody who just pitched a perfect game, because you know that it's probably not going to happen again for a while, if ever. Same in Flintknapping. You see someone make a point, or you see an artifact. It's perfect. Perfect game. And you're looking forward to seeing someone match that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. Now that I see it done, I'm looking forward to the next one. That's what I'm looking for. Can you see how unreasonable that is? But it happens all the time in Flintknapping. I want to see you do this and that and this and that, because I know it can be done. I'm looking forward to it. Chances are better than zero, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, I've seen you do it. I'm looking forward to seeing you do it again. You don't really have that attitude unless you're weird. Right? Same thing in Flintknapping. After a while, you get to know that that's what happens. But the new guys and guys that don't get it, they say, I'm looking forward to the next time you do that job really well. Not taking into account that it's often a matter of luck to get it done really well. Yeah. Same with artifacts. Now you can practice and practice and practice and practice, and you'll have a better chance of getting it done. But there's still an element there that says there's no guarantee. There's still a thing that says there's no guarantee. And the harder you try to guarantee it, the less chance there is to actually do it. Because you'll mess yourself up to try to guarantee it. You're going to have to cheat somehow. And yeah, they do try it. In sports, they try cheating. But then you know it's not authentic. But you asked for it. Yeah. How else are they going to guarantee? They can't. Unless they cheat. In most cases. And I used to think that way, that, yeah, if I can do it once, I can do it again. And if I can do it again, I can always do it. Just a matter of doing it. Just like anything else. Just like driving a car. You got to the destination without an accident. That means you can do it again. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Flintknapping is a little less predictable than driving. Yeah. And by a little, I mean a lot. It's a lot less predictable. The more you practice, the better it is as far as predictability. Yeah. That's what we're all shooting for. Okay, so this is straight enough for an artifact. I mean, to look like some of the artifacts, but for us in the video, I'm going to try to take off another flake somewhere to get that lump out and maybe get it flatter. I don't know. Without breaking it. Oh yeah, I was reviewing the live stream video, the last one. And I was talking about a 22 round with a buckshot in it. I keep saying buckshot when I meant birdshot or some other type of shot. Yeah, buckshot is big. These 22 rounds that I was shooting had the little bitty pellets, tiny, tiny. Someone said it's called snake shot. Yeah, that's an example of me thinking one thing and saying something else every time and not able to correct myself on the fly. What is that? I don't know what that is. But I've always had it. Yeah, some people say that's just because you're getting old. No, I've always done that. People would say, I told you what to say correctly. You keep saying the old thing. You can never get in your head to say the new correct thing. Really? I mean, it sounds like to me I'm saying it. No, you're saying the other thing. Dang. And then I got to slow down. And it comes out halfway the old thing and halfway the new thing when I slow it down. And then I understand that something is overriding the way I speak. I have to slow it way down to see that it's taken over. So it makes me say the wrong thing. Yeah. So yeah, that little 22 rounds had snake shot or something. That was bugging me earlier. Just so you know. So now you know what was bugging me. It's bugging me that I can't detect that. And I have a feeling that sometimes it affects my napping because I'll do something that I'm not supposed to be doing. And my brain will disregard it like, it doesn't matter, you're not doing it the way you're supposed to be doing it. And I'm not picking up on it well enough to know to stop doing it. So sometimes I'll nap and I won't pick up the habit of correcting a habit. I won't be able to pick up the correction to create a new habit. There it is. I need to create a new habit so I don't do that same thing over and over. But it's hard sometimes. I don't pick up when I should be doing it. Because I want to just do it the other way. The original way. Or the default. The brain goes into a default. Like, no, the brain says, I want to do it this way. I know it's not right, but that's the way I want it. So you got to deal with that too when you watch my videos. And when I watch my videos, I got to deal with that too. Why did I do it that way? I don't know. I knew I should have grounded down right there or something. Didn't do it. And I thought that it registered like it was okay. Yeah, because I've been thinking about how to improve my videos and making instructional videos. It's taking up a lot of my time, is just trying to figure out a format on how to improve and then start going in that direction. Yeah. Yeah, all I can do now is just sharpen it. I cannot get long flakes. Not without a lot more practice on this kind of material. Let's see. I modified one of my Mike Tufts pads by cutting a slot. I cut straight and then I cut a diagonal. Yeah, so I have a small area and a large area. I've already been experimenting with it. And it seems to work okay. Now let's see if copper doesn't wear out too fast on this stuff. I really don't like using pads for two reasons. One, I snap stuff when I bridge it like this. Also, the pad extends the amount of time of napping because I gotta fidget with it. I gotta make sure the flakes pop out in the channel. So I gotta fidget with the pad. Normally I don't even think about the pad all that much. Just one more thing to think about. I try to keep it as simplified as possible. So it can be sharpened a little bit. Just hope I don't snap it. It is domed, right? It is higher. See that? It's higher here than it is on the end, so that helps. That helps to prevent it from snapping in the middle. But it'll still do it. Especially because it's slightly flexible. These Mike Tufts pads, they have the advantage of being grippy. They grip the points so they don't slide, but they're also a little bit flexible, so there's some compression going on. Just enough compression to where it'll snap the point in half. If I'm not careful. Yeah, that's the best I can do for now on the surface contour. If you're getting these results and you're not learning nothing, oh well. Maybe you're learning that you're trying to defy physics. I could always keep trying to make videos on petrified wood, and then on the one that I get lucky with, I'll save that video. Right? I can always do that and then say, this is how you nap petrified wood. Yeah, that's how you do it. Because I know how to do it. Yeah, because I did it right. Yeah. I'm not going to show you all my failures. Nope. Even though I did it the same way every time. I did it the same way with the success as with the failures. Same technique and everything. But I'm only going to show you the success because when I do that, I can pretend that I knew what I was doing. Yeah. Hardly any luck involved at all. I can say that. It won't be true, but yeah. Anyways, I'd get more views. Yep. But that's not the goal. The goal is to answer the questions. Can this be done? I think it can be done, yes. And my suggestion would be to heat treat and practice. Both. Practice raw, practice with the heat treats. Different temperatures, different tools. Try different tools, like try steel and copper. on the modern tools, and you can try antler and stuff on this stuff. Antler and bone tools, but you're not going to get that far, I'll tell you right now. But you can try it. You'll be able to sharpen it to some extent to make it functional. But to thin it down, yeah, that's the problem. Will this actually work? It might actually work. Let's see. It's too thick for that one. How do you get it to where it doesn't have that bump in there? Let's try to do a concave base. Because a concave base, sometimes you can get it to do what you want. Where is this thing? Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to put in a concavity. Try to get rid of that bulge. Now I could break it in half. So we'll just have to see. Yikes. It doesn't want to cooperate. Hit it in the direction of the grain, dude. Yeah, I know, but I am doing that, but it's not doing it. There it is. That helped a little bit. Come on. All right. Come on. Did it help? It helped a little bit. Let's get closer to that obstacle. Yeah. Yeah, let's take some flakes off in this direction first. Come on. I just want it more narrow, okay? Hold on. I mean, come on. It just needs a little bit of cooperation to get it more narrow. Okay? Just a little. Without you crushing like crazy. I got lumps on both sides. So I'm just removing material on both sides. I'll see if I can remove the lumps and then I'll resharpen. Yeah. Hit it super fast. That helped a little bit. Yes, it did. How does this compare to quartzite? Very similar. Terrible. It's terrible to knap. So it's very similar to quartzite in terribleness. If you just judge it according to terribleness, it's very similar. But the material is different in terms of the layers and the consistency of it. This is well, quartzite varies. And I get it mixed up between chalcedony and other things, or chert. I'll call it a quartzite when it's actually a chert or a chalcedony. I just know that it naps like quartzite. If I call it quartzite, I'm going by the nappability mainly. Okay, I still can't get past that little jerk. There it is. Blocking my way. It's still blocking my way. Yeah, this is a survival situation, Arrowhead. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Arrowhead for survival situation. That's the excuse for all kinds of stuff. What kind of survival situation are you looking at? It depends on what the danger is. Are you going to get eaten by bears, or are you going to get robbed by bandits? Are there bandits going to rob you because you're lost out in the middle of nowhere and they know it? So they walk up and they say, okay, give me everything. No, I'm going to shoot you in the eye with the bow and arrow. Get away. Yeah. You can poke someone in the eye with this really good. Yep. It's a good eye poker. Especially on the tip of an arrow. Alright, so this is sharp enough to be effective. Okay, it's kind of cruddy. The penetration is going to suffer because it's really bumpy. You can grind it down, I suppose, a little bit. Let's see if I can hit the front of that step fracture. Get Nacho. Nacho can do it. No. I don't think so. Nacho can usually hit step fractures, but this stuff, yeah, I don't know. It's really tough. Okay, so does it fit the arrow shaft? It's a little bit better, but it's not good. Do more of a concavity. It's not concavitatious enough. Okay. Just a little bit more. Yeah. It'll be good. Hopefully. Yeah, if I can just get that lump out of there. With a super fast hit. It didn't do it. No. It didn't do it. The obstacle was too far away. You didn't grind it. Yeah, I know. I had a good platform. I don't think I'll be able to do it anyway. Even with grinding. This time I'm going to grind it a little bit. Yeah. Let's see if it helps. Sometimes when you grind it too much, you can't do anything. It won't flake, and then you got to hit it super, super hard, and it breaks it in half. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. It's not flaking like chert or flint. Yeah, so it doesn't have the same dynamics, so to speak. Okay. That was kind of lucky. But I think that's as thin as I can get it. Still not going to fit in the shaft. That's not the right side. Yeah, still too thick. All I can do is try to pick it out. And trying to do this with natural tools would be a real pain. Yes, yes, yes. But it can be done. Just got to keep at it. And maybe it ends up being a little teeny tiny point. You can push on the step fractures with bone and stuff, but it's going to eat your natural tools for lunch. Yeah. There it goes. Anyways. I break more with pressure flaking than anything else. Alright, so Did it work? It almost did. Yeah, it almost fit. Yeah, so you'll have to, with this stuff, you're gonna probably have to have it fit already. Yeah, and then just nap around it. Pick a spot that already fits into your arrow shaft, foreshaft, and then nap around it. Yeah. In this case, does this fit down here? It's still too thick. You're going to have to find a flake that actually fits first and then nap around the edges with this kind of stuff. Yeah. Should I stop? Well, I want to see if this snaps. Let's. Is this going to be any better? Yikes. That feels like the same stuff. Make a big bye face, dude. Bye face. No, no. I could, but if I was in a survival situation, I would just use this as a wood chopper. Yeah. That's it. Done. Chopping wood to shape it. Yeah. And have to do a big old adze handle. Yeah. And that's it. 5 seconds. It's a tool. That's what I would use it for. It doesn't look like it can be napped easily into one of these. Not even a concave base little bitty arrowhead. It's the same stuff. Basically, very cruddy. And yeah, heat treatable. I bet you it does improve with heat. Yep. Hey, now that might work as an arrowhead. Yes, that's just the right thickness. And I would just nap around it. Nap around the edges. Because that already fits. You don't have to be struggling with it. And then snap it at the last minute because you're using pressure flaking. Stupid pressure flaking. Yeah. I hit that really, really hard many, many times and it didn't break. And then I finally broke it with the pressure flaking. That's what I get. They had a weak spot. Yeah, but oh gosh, I'm already tired. Oh, I was gonna use. I had this saved up for another project where I had to meet specs on this guy's arrows. Notch depth 9/16. Yeah, this was a notch made for a previous project. All the arrowheads had to fit into this notch. Yeah. So I use it now for other things too. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Petrified wood. So fun. It's so fun to nap petrified wood. I can't stand it. I wish. All right, there you go. Hope that was informative. That's it.